unless that troll from Instagram decides to show up. But I won't bet the ranch on that one.
All right.
Oh, we. Hey, there it is, the music starting. That means it's the Tara Show. Hey, everybody, there's so much to talk about. There's lots of boobs and pubic signatures. Oh my God, what is happening? Yes, Trump's in the Epstein file.
Yes, no doubt. No doubt.
Hello,
100%.
Devlin.
Hello. Hello, kid.
Hello.
How you
Hey,
doing?
here we are.
Yeah, he's in the Epstein file. And what really annoyed me is the objectification of women, the way that these fuckers.
The whole 238 pages, as I did before I went to sleep, which was not a good
no.
idea.
Oh, wow.
The dreams I had, let me tell you.
Wow.
It is incredibly disturbing. Not just, Trump's on its own, right? First of all, it's worse than we thought because when the Wall Street Journal first published about the existence of the birthday book and this particular letter from Trump, they did an artist rendering of what they thought it would look like based on the description. Turns out the boobs that Trump drew were definitely adolescent rather than mature woman.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, when I saw that. Wow.
A lot of people took that takeaway where they're basically rather than mature. It looks like little parentheses rather than a great
they're
big
not voluptuous boobs like a grown woman might have. Right. Yeah, totally.
Unless Wexner drew him more adult boobs.
Yeah, I saw
that. And Alan
Yep.
Dershowitz provided him with a Vanity Unfair fake mock-up magazine cover to let him know that he spoke with Vanity Fair and had them change their article about him and had them go after Bill Clinton. So that's an interesting little tidbit that's in there.
Oh,
there
these
are
bastards.
countless photos. Many of them are redacted, photos of women in various stages of undress who willingly submitted their photos for this birthday book. It's separated into different sections. There are letters from friends, letters from girlfriends, letters from his assistants, letters from associates. There's a section called science, which is weird. And so there are different people are in that book, names that you might recognize, names that you don't. There is a letter from one of his, there's one that was released where he has a fake mock-up check for a certain amount of money.
Oh God.
And what's the word the word that they used for the woman that they were selling?
That she was
devalued, a devalued woman. And then there is also within there a letter, and a lot of these are handwritten, and a lot of them are in script. So a lot of contemporary human beings can't even read them. Like they can't read Bill Clinton's because it's in script.
Wow. And did he draw boobs?
The Gen Z, no. His honestly, when you go through it, his is one of the least controversial. It is this much of a handwritten, script like. Wishing him a good, who would have, it's hard to read if you don't read script well. And for someone, you and I, we were taught how to write in script. Gen Z, millennials, Gen Alpha, forget about it. None of them can read it. But even adults can't read it because it's a very specific kind of handwriting. I'm sure Hillary could tell you what it says in 2 seconds. But it's basically like, you're 50 years old and you still have a childlike view of the world and friendships are nice or whatever. Like you've been able to keep these friendships. It's nothing. There is nothing about you enjoy the young ladies or there's no drawing of boobs. There's another drawing in there from the same guy who did the mock-up check of the devalued woman, a drawing of 3 different women in various stages of undress servicing Jeffrey Epstein on a chaise lounge. One of them is clearly giving him a blowjob. One is massaging. One is off to the side.
And they're all these people.
They're all topless. It's drawn in crayon. They're all fucking overgrown, Arrested Development, 12-year-olds. There is a letter from a friend of his. I guess they went to camp together and they grew up together. And he uses the word porking.
What's the word? Sorry.
Porking, P-O-R.
Porking. Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Which is, I think, one of the worst euphemisms
porking.
for the act of love.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, porking is real. Porking says you don't even recognize You don't
Yeah.
recognize your partner as a human.
No.
I was just porking her.
Yeah,
That's an
just well,
animal.
that's what's so
Trash. I
disturbing.
stuck my dick in a
Yeah.
trash human.
Right. It's just you're
I was,
just a
but it's
nothing
worse.
piece of meat. Yeah.
It
It's
gets worse. It says something like, I was porking this girl, and then later it's I there were 3 17-year-old girls, and I held up my knife and told them to undress. And they're on a boat. And then there's also, I was porking these 2 girls, and I'm porking. And it's so vile and it's so disgusting. And then at the same time,
wow.
you're thinking about, this was collected in a birthday book for him by Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
She had
I'm sure
all
she thought
of
it was
these,
a riot, though, right?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the thing, that all of this disgusting, these descriptions of, not a lot of these people also describe Trump along with Epstein, including that fake mock-up check to the devalued woman, whatever that means. All of it is disgusting. All of it paints Epstein as a Lothario, charlatan, gross, disgusting groomer. None of it really makes him look good, particularly. I mean, there are a few things that are just like, so a couple of family members are like, love you, Jeff, or here's a picture of him when he was 5, or here's a picture of him in school. But most of it is really gross. Most of it is really damaging. Most of it is really horrifying. And you think, if that's what you put together in a birthday book, think of the mentality behind that.
Yeah.
One rapist, sex trafficking pedophile to another, gifting him with memories and reminders of how you got here, to your pedophile status at the ripe old age of 50. The end of the book is, because the whole book is called the first 50 years. And then at the end, there's the second 50 years and what they expect him to do afterwards. Basically, it all comes down to, good on you for all of the raping and keeping the beautiful women and girls around you. Thanks so much. That's real. And that's really what it is. And the worst ones in there are Trump's, Dershowitz, the guy who drew the check and the boobs one, and whoever wrote the porking one. Those are the worst. But it's available via the House. The House Oversight Democrats released this. And James Comer's not happy about it. He is not happy that they are, quote unquote, cherry picking. They are cherry picking.
Well, release it.
The Epstein birthday book. When they've released it, they did. It's all available.
The whole thing, right?
The whole thing is available.
Cherry picking. Wow.
238 pages are now available to anybody with the internet superhighway of information. They created a Dropbox for it, and this is just the first thing that they're putting in that Dropbox. It even says it's like, this is the first stage. And so now all of the people who lie and protect Donald Trump are trying to make the MAGA cult believe that that's not his signature, when there is proof that it's his signature when you line it up next to all of his other signatures from that era. Now, your handwriting can evolve over your lifetime, specifically if you get used to using this instead of this. You're not going to maintain your handwriting. Also,
much. Yeah,
it does. I mean, I will say my handwriting has definitely deteriorated over the years. I would also say that people, I like to say that my brain moves faster than my hand, and that's why my handwriting looks like that. And smart people, it's also been said that, like, smart people have terrible handwriting. When he writes words, he writes them in block letters, right, with his Sharpie. But his signature is always that scrawl because he doesn't care. I don't think it's his brain.
It's like, of course
it's his. Come on, stop it.
This is all you got, you know? I mean, of course, that is all they have, because he is all over the Epstein files. He's in there. He's a pedo. He had sex, or he raped underage girls. That's what he did.
Yes, he did.
Of course he did, because he was participating with Epstein, and I listened to this podcast on it's called American Scandal, and it was all about Epstein, and then they had a lot of experts and people who were written books about it and whatnot. And they were discussing how Epstein had, obviously, for anybody around him knew that he had a sex addiction. Okay, that was one thing, and that his attraction to underage girls, he openly felt like he was being persecuted by society, And he really felt like he was like a gay man in in another time, that they were under attack by the law, and like one day his sexual orientation of being a pedophile would be recognized by society. And in the meantime,
And
he
here we
just,
are.
yeah, but he would just act as if, yeah. And here we are
Yeah.
with the friggin' president of the United States,
There.
who is a follower. That's the other thing. Like, and this is what
Oh
I
my
mean.
God.
If
Such
he
a
were,
sycophant, such a suck up.
yes, and if Epstein, of course, he participated in this because that's what he is. He is a follower. He's not a leader. We know this because, I mean, all he wants, he's just a grifter. We could
Yes.
by the fact that he he spearheaded the Operation Warp Speed, supposedly, which all he did was put money onto a research that was already happening. And
Right.
all right, we don't even have to go down that road.
No,
But
no.
he, I mean, the minute they booed him about the vaccine, he never mentioned it again because he's
Well, now he
not
says
a
they're all
leader.
killers.
Well,
He's
he's
a
not a
fucking-
leader. That's what I'm talking about. He's
No,
a
he's
follower.
not.
So
Yes,
Epstein,
and he wants to be seen as a leader. He wants to be seen as one of the cool kids. So chasing Epstein's
Yes.
cloud. He was also competing with Epstein. They
Right.
were in competition. The whole Virginia Giuffre thing. He stole her. That means Epstein raped her before Trump got to rape her. Also, Epstein had sex with Melania before Trump did. And
Right.
there's that photo of the four of them. It's Donald and Melania and Epstein and Ghislaine. And Melania's body language is all bending towards Epstein
Of
and away
course,
from
yeah.
Donald. And I know that got under Donald's thin skin. And so the competition between them. But the gay thing is an interesting thing because another interesting moment in the birthday book when you scroll through it. I took a screenshot of it. I don't know. Let me see if I saved it or if I deleted it. I think I deleted it. But anyway, it was weird. It's weird because we associate him with this, being this Lothario and this abuser of women and lover of women and all of that. But there's a photo of Jeffrey Epstein and 3 other men standing in their underwear, not bathing suits. They're standing there like this in their underwear, side by side by side, like this, proudly.
Who?
And
Who
it's
is
one.
in there?
I don't know who they
Oh.
are. They're like these. You know what? Wait a minute. I mean, I can sit here and go through it because I have it. I kept it bookmarked on my. Okay, I'll scroll, but we'll keep talking about this. But the bad thing about the Dropbox is every time you go back, it sets you back to page 1.
Oh, that's irritating.
But anyway, it is irritating. But it's like it's on the same. It's 2 pictures on the same page, and it's like Epstein and 3 other guys in their underwear when they're younger, and then when they're adults, standing in their underwear together, and it's weird looking. That's disgusting. This is like how
This
it
is from the
started,
book?
and then how it. Yes. Okay. So that is the same guy that drew the check and the picture of him on the lounge getting serviced by 3 women or girls or whatever. That's like how it started, and then him getting the service on the chaise lounge is like how it's going.
Oh my God.
This is how you started, and this is where you are.
Well,
You
fuck
started
these
by
people.
luring little girls with balloons and candy. Because remember, he started his job thanks to Bill Barr's dad getting a job teaching girls math
Oh
in an
my
old girls'
God.
school. So he's luring his little girls from the classroom with balloons and candy
Yeah.
to the island. To the island. From the classroom to the island. It's disgusting. It is
It's
disgusting.
fucking vile, and it just pisses me off that these people are running the world and they are unfit.
Illegitimately.
Fundamentally, morally, and on every level, they are absolutely unfit. And if this isn't a poster, he's not a poster child, or he is the the touchstone for taxing the goddamn rich down to size. I don't know what is, because
I mean,
like, how much longer are we going to take this shit? I'm sick of it.
we're not. It's the question of when is MAGA going to be done
Right.
taking this shit? And I think that's a universal question right now. How many times, and I ask it over and over again, how many times are you going to let him lie to you because you don't want to have to admit you were wrong about him? This is indisputable. They can try. Caroline Levitt lying to you. Speaker Johnson, this weekend has been bookended by the 2 most egregious pathetic lies of the entire both Trump administrations, as far as I'm concerned, for Speaker Johnson to go on camera and say he was a secret FBI informant when he fucking was not, and then he's walking it back now and said, perhaps I used the wrong terminology.
He's
No,
just a fucking
you
coward.
fucking lied, Speaker
Well,
Jesus.
it's just
freak.
so funny
And
the way
then
he
now
but-
you're saying. He said he hasn't seen the Trump letter, so everyone's tweeting it to him. Share it with your son, Speaker Jesus Freak. Get in the prayer closet and do it on your shared app together. It's
right.
disgusting.
But I mean, he's so gay in that. I mean, my gaydar goes off when I saw.
You would have one better than mine.
Well, when he's talking about the, how Trump was an FBI agent, he's like. He's so exasperated with his hands. He's like, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He's so gay in his
making it up as
like
he goes along.
And his eyes are like rolling. Oh, he was an FBI informant, for God's sakes.
No, he wasn't. No, we talked about this extensively on Hal's show yesterday. If you're an FBI informant, it means you're a criminal, afraid to go to prison, and you've cut a deal.
Yeah, you're FBI. A criminal. How do you become an FBI informant? You're not like, hey, can I be an FBI? You're in trouble. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Yeah.
You want to be in the FBI because you're trying to CYA, buddy.
Right.
That's what that says.
How many years that do you get to be undercover when you're an FBI informant?
20. And you want to see something really?
That's what Ellie Leonard said when she was on my show. What?
Can you see that? It's
No.
It's a blacked out picture. It's Ghislaine and Jeffrey in a pool naked, and her body is blacked out because they're skinny.
Wait, hold on. Oh no. See, that's the other thing with Ghislaine. She's a dirtbag, as we know, but there's in those filthy rich documentaries. This is Bill Clinton. I can't see it. It's too
bright.
Okay. Yeah,
but you're not gonna be able to see the picture. But
in those,
maybe I can text. You.
Yeah, you can text it and see if I can put it up. But the what was I saying? In the filthy rich documentaries, Ghislaine Maxwell says. I mean, she's a participant, first of all, as we know.
Yes,
and there's one of the scenes that someone witnessed was her lining up all of these girls, saying like, oh, let's have some real fun now. And she was going down there, like lining them up and like slapping their boobs. Okay.
Disgusting.
These fucking people are sick. Like, fuck you.
I'm texting you screenshots. Keep going.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Yeah. And everyone's going to hear it.
Bing bong.
There are pictures in here of zebras with giant cocks.
Oh,
there are
God.
Pictures.
Wow.
There are
these
pictures
like 2-year-olds. I mean, it's like a 12-year-old boy. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, there are pictures of lions fucking. There are letters from girlfriends calling him booby. There are blacked out photos of his assistants in bikinis. There are people sticking their hands in down each other's back of their pants. Lots of photos of that. Somehow I have gone past the one big photo I wanted to send you, but keep going. We're talking, everything in here is real. So and that's the other thing. They are lying to MAGA about this. And if you're a person in the MAGA cult, you should feel so disrespected.
Yeah, you should.
If you have any sense, if you have any self-worth, you will feel very disrespected by the fact that they are trying to tell you that that's not his signature. He didn't write that. He's not in the Epstein files. He went undercover. It was all a secret. I want to know, like, did Donald Trump, when he was raping Maria Farmer and Katie Johnson and slapping them across the face, I'm just doing this undercover. I'm here to save you. No. That's not how being a secret FBI agent undercover works. If you're an informant, you're just informing. You're not, you're talking to people. You're recording people saying things, but you're definitely not participating in sex trafficking just to see what it's like, so you can make an accurate report. I honestly don't even know how to frame this anymore.
No, he's a rapist. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so egregious. It's so ridiculous. It's so painful.
It's vile. It's disgusting that we have this absolute monster as the president.
Yes.
And I have to say, how much longer Are we gonna take it? Because they're all monsters. Every single
Yes.
one of them. They know what
Whoever's
he is.
covering up for him.
Think about
and
what
for
Pam
why?
Bondi.
I found it.
Think about Pam Bondi. She's the one that told him, "You're in the Epstein files. You're all over the Epstein files." This is a woman
and what should we do? What should we do about
looked at the Epstein files, knows that Trump is a serial abuser of women and a rapist of little girls, and spends her life covering it up for him, for the pedophiles of the world. These rich,
not just covering it, but celebrating it in private, right? That they're doing these things in private, and they're celebrating getting away with it in private, while publicly they're like, we're not doing anything. And so here's what, like, there needs to be a very serious action from the Democrats right now. I believe with all my heart, House Democrats need to first censure Speaker Johnson. He lied to the American people. He is actively participating in a cover-up protecting a rapist pedophile. E. Jean Carroll won another appeal, which means he lost his appeal, which means he is a rapist. Stop saying adjudicated. He is a rapist and a pedophile. We have facts. We have proof. Stop it, stop it, stop it. So starting with censuring Johnson, who I think he should be expelled from Congress just like George Santos. This is worse than what Santos did. This is far worse than what Santos did.
They won't do that, though, because this is a party that protects pedophiles. So that's where we are.
But they have the 218 signatures they need for the resolution to release the files, even though Republicans on House Oversight voted it down. So they still have a majority enough to push it through. What you have to be asking at this point now, if you're a member of the media, which we'll get to in a second, you need to be asking Republicans, why would you continue to cover this up? What is at risk for you personally?
Where's your bottom?
Country over party. That's it. Trump or America. It is there. We are there.
Well, that's always been the question, Trump or America. But I mean,
this is indisputable, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like there's so many things, but this is just beyond the pale. It's all beyond the pale. The coup, the everything, the assault,
cheating to steal the election.
Yeah, it's stealing. Calling up the Secretary of State of Georgia and saying, "I need you to find me the votes to win." Being a rapist. I mean, being a felon. As someone who continues to lie about the fact that he lost the goddamn election. So the suckers and losers, the absolute allegiance to America. I mean, to the world's dictators, to America-hating dictators, and then on top of it, he's a fucking pedophile. I mean, how do you sleep at night, maggots? Really?
They don't. Well, they probably take a lot of drugs.
And then the other thing is they're what do you call it? They're all whining. I'm sure I wrote an article about how they're all whining about their farms are going to go out of business or whatever, because of the baboon's tariffs, and they're begging for government handouts. So it's nothing phases you. All of that we told you about. We warned you about. In fact, when Joe Biden and Harris were in the Oval Office, farmers were doing great because of their policies.
Everyone was doing great.
Yeah. And that's how they thanked us. By voting for a pedophile. And it's just, I can't take it. I can't take the selfishness, the absolute the deplorables. That's what they are. I mean, Hillary had it right. These are deplorables.
She went light. Yeah. She went light on them.
To call them deplorable is to give them a fucking promotion. That's for sure.
I mean, for sure. And they don't even deserve the basket. Garrett Hake from, where is he from? NBC. Garrett Hake reports I hate using that. Trump this morning declined to comment about the Epstein letter released by Oversight Dems yesterday, telling Garrett it was, quote, a dead issue.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It is absolutely. In fact, I would say it got a nice injection of new life yesterday. That's what I would say. I would say it got a great big boost of Democratic energy, and good for Oversight Dems for playing dirty. You're not cherry picking like the Republicans do with the Constitution and the Bible. You release the whole thing. What you did was you gave us a couple of coming attractions and then we watched the movie. That's how you do it. You build and build and build anticipation before you give it all. You just don't go, here's the book. You go, this shit's in the book. This shit's in the book. You want to know what's else in the book? Go forth and look at it. So here we are at this moment where, and there's a meme for it, where MAGA is at this crossroads where you got two places to go. You're going to admit you were conned, or you're going to keep backing a pedophile. You don't have any other choice now. Trump or America. And again, you will not die if you admit that you were lied to. The sun will continue to rise every single day, I promise you. You will not lose anything except
It's not
maybe,
rational. You can't talk to them, like that.
I know it's not, but again, because and Hal always says this, and it's on me because I'm a thinking and feeling and caring person, and I expect other people to think the way I do, but I don't. I don't expect you to think the way I do, but what I would like you to do is to listen to the words that I'm saying because I care so much. If I didn't care, we wouldn't be here right now. I'd be, one like them. I'd be living in a paradise I created for myself. So we show this to you, not because we try to shame you, but because we want you to see what the truth is. And again, the truth is the truth, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, it's still true. And so I'm just here. You're just here. We're delivering this message. Don't attack us for a message you don't like. Sorry you don't like the truth about Trump. It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
Yeah, because don't you think they would get tired of being played? I mean, how much longer, aren't you tired of being a con man's dupe?
I said that to them today. I tweeted, I'm like, aren't you tired of being disrespected and lied to? It's disrespectful to have someone consistently lie to you. That means they have no respect for you and they want to keep grifting you. That's what it, look at these photos. Top photo, Jeffrey Epstein and some naked guys in underwear. Bikini underwear, by the way. Bikini underwear. Ugh. Tighty whities and bikinis. If a man wears bikini underwear, I'm not interested. Men, that's not a look. Don't do that. Boxer briefs are the way. That's my take. As far as like what looks good on a male body. I don't care anymore about any of
shouldn't objectify them like that.
Oh, it shouldn't? Hey, honey. Why were you there wearing just your underwear? They're asking for it. Look at them. Look at them.
Who are these people on the top? Who is that? Oh, is that is that a band?
Buddies of his. At first, I was like, who is that? Is that like a band from the 70s that had like
looks
one
like
hit?
And
one hit
they're
wonder from the 70s.
And they're like mimicking it or something.
And like that song, like. You know what I first thought of? It's terrible. That song's still the one. Still the one who can scratch my itch. You're still the one. I don't know why. But we're still having fun. And you're still the one. They just look like that kind of a band. And then that's the picture I was telling you about. Look at the right side. How it started. How it's
What a great country. Oh, go. Oh, no.
Unreal. Look at that. That girl is blowing him. That girl's massaging his feet. That one's massaging his shoulders. That one's massaging his chest.
I wonder if somebody has
that one's got a heart tattoo on her ass.
Yeah, I wonder who that is. If that's somebody that's one of them.
An adult man sat down somewhere with a set of colored pencils and said, I need to send my good friend, 50-year-old Jeffrey Epstein, a gift, a birthday greeting, a card. Did he go to the local Hallmark and pick out something saying, hey, 50 is nifty. Here's a gifty. No, he did not. He did that. That was a choice. That's a choice an adult man made to give that to Jeffrey Epstein because that's who Jeffrey Epstein is.
And they're running the universe. So they're the ones that are and in fact, that's the other
unreal.
Thing that
it's unreal.
in the what do you call it? The interview, whatever the fuck that was, with Ghislaine Maxwell.
That was a play. That was a farce.
That bullshit. There is a point where she says that the people in the book are in Trump's cabinet, and he just like blows right past it. It was on Lawrence O'Donnell was talking about it last night. Yeah, that there are people. He goes, and she said that, oh, yes, they're in your cabinet. You know these people. And he just went on about, he said something about
No
Bill
follow.
Clinton again. I
Yeah,
mean, this
I
guy's a
mean, enough.
lawyer.
Enough already.
For fuck's
Enough
sake.
already with diverting to Bill Clinton. If there
Yeah.
was shit in there that looked like this with Clinton, sure.
Yeah.
Clinton's note
That's
is
right.
really innocuous. It's this big in a book of this, and it's nothing. You scroll through and it's honestly, you're scrolling through all of this shit like this, and the shit of the guys in the underwear, and pictures of zebras with giant cocks, and Trump's thing, and Bill Clinton looks like the good guy in this.
Right. He just,
He just
whatever.
and I will say this over and over and over again. Bill Clinton did not like little girls. Bill Clinton likes women.
Oh,
Now,
what
that's
the
not
hell?
a-
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm magic. Bill Clinton likes women. Now, I'm not saying that's,
I know. But
and
that's
what
fine.
happened,
Whatever. Who cares?
Let's also reiterate, he did not get impeached for a blowjob. He got impeached for lying and under oath, and that's bad, and we don't want him doing that. We
Well,
don't
he was
want him
lying
doing
about, they knew that was his Achilles heel, and they were going
course.
after him for it.
Of
And another
course.
time, nobody cares. Like
Right.
back in, like FDR had a mistress. They all had mistresses.
They all
it was
did.
It was an open
JFK?
secret. Yes,
Hello.
exactly.
JFK and his brother shared Marilyn
Yeah,
Monroe. Let's
it was like
all
a
take the gloves off
gentleman's
here.
agreement that they didn't touch that, and who cares
In
anyway?
fact,
I mean, are we
back
children?
then,
Yes, I guess we
It
are.
was macho to be fucking around on your wife. Look at Goodfellas. Look at all of the culture of the mafia with the gumas, and they had their wife and family, but then the week on Friday nights
Yeah.
were for the wives, Saturday nights for the gumas. That's that culture that Trump wanted to be a part of.
Well, he
loves
is
the
a
mob
part of
culture.
that culture. He is a mobster.
Right.
He,
But he
is.
co-opted that culture because he's not cool enough to be one
No.
of them. He just
He
co-opts
he's
the
just
culture.
lazy. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, he doesn't do anything original or
Well, that's
or
the
real.
thing. This is what they're all lazy. That's the problem. That's why they hate America. They hate the constitutionally limited democratic republic nation of laws that promotes the general welfare over the welfare of themselves. Because they're fucking lazy and they don't want to have to play by the rules. They don't want to have to think about anybody but themselves because they're fucking sociopaths. And they want to make it easy on them too. How much easier can it be? When you're writing the laws that really just prop you up, allow you to get away with whatever the fuck you want to get away with, pay no taxes, just keep enhancing yourself, more money, just piling it on, while the people suffer, get lower and lower on the ladder. This is what they want, because that's why they corrupt government. That's why they hate America. Let's not get that, lose sight of that. They fucking hate America. They really do. They don't like that we are a liberal democracy. This is the problem with Republicans and this
fucking
maggot
leave.
cult. Exactly.
Then
Go to
get the
fucking Russia.
fuck out,
Go to
please,
Hungary. Go to
please.
Turkey. All those dreamland. Go to Pakistan. That's your fucking
Sure.
conservative dreamland. And but they
Absolutely.
want to make it here. And that's what it's about. This is why Trump is waging war on America. Make no mistake. And this fucking corrupt and illegitimate Supreme Court is helping him.
I would love to know how the Latinos for Trump are feeling today.
Right.
How you feeling? How you feeling, Latinos for Trump, knowing that for any reason a police officer can walk up to you and go, "Hi, I'm deporting you now.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
sus. I think you're sus. Bye."
Uh-huh.
No,
But
that means it can happen to any of us, really.
Well, of
It means it could
course,
happen to any-
this is where it goes. It starts with first they came for, the trade unionists, and I wasn't a trade unionist. But this is what we're talking about. And this fucking Kavanaugh, son of a bitch. I mean, all of these, the
God.
shadow docket, these people, they don't even feel the need to explain themselves to us anymore. This is rule by a corrupt and illegitimate Supreme Court ruling us by decree. And they're not even wasting their time, fixing the facts around the policy, because a lot of through the history of the Supreme Court, especially what's his name, Scalia and whatnot, when they were at least attempting the veneer of legal legitimacy, he would,
Right.
I believe his role and these right wingers are to fix the facts around the policy, find a legal justification for their bullshit. And they're
Right.
not even doing that anymore. They just decree that this is unconstitutional, this is constitutional, fuck you, kiss my ass. And they're not even signing it or explaining it judicially, which is so
No.
fucked up. And they are corrupt.
Absolutely.
And that's what another thing the Democrats have to start messaging. The corrupt, just like the poorly run red states, the corrupt and illegitimate Supreme Court, the corrupt and
Yes.
illegitimate Amy Coney Barrett, all of these,
Vanilla
everyone,
Coney.
yeah, all of them are corrupt and illegitimate. And
What was it that
yeah,
she said? Her exact quote was like, "It's not racial profiling if it's here, but it's okay in this realm, but it's not okay here." What was the?
that's
It was like
I'll look it up. But
comparison,
I
but it
mean
was
the fact
something
that
like that, where like
you-
one error, like it's okay to do it for
well,
here,
the
but not
fact
here.
is, yes,
I
well,
forget what
that's
it
what's
was.
happening. You can racially profile, and even though that has been adjudicated again, that's another precedent upon precedent that they don't give a shit about. That racial profiling is unconstitutional. Oh well,
It
who
violates
fucking
the Fourth
cares?
Amendment, but it also violates your First Amendment rights because you're just existing. You have,
and they don't
you know,
care. They
No,
don't, and
and
they're
it-
not justified. But you can what do you call it? You can racially profile to kidnap somebody off the street.
Yes.
But you cannot in regard to employment or applications,
was.
admissions.
Right.
I mean,
so what is the
fuck you.
difference, Amy
There is-
Vanilla Coney Barrett,
Well,
between the Latino driving to go fill out that job application and just driving?
The difference
What's the
is
difference?
one is for it's for Trump. They are empowering this king illegitimately. That's why they didn't even explain it in
I know.
their docket, their shadow
done.
docket.
They're
I
done
mean,
explaining. They're
this
done
is-
explaining.
No, they
They're
don't
just
need
doing.
to. It's like
Right?
this is a new, this is it. They hate America. I mean, look at the fact
Right.
that their fucking coup plotting wives, the bitch, what's her face, Ginny, is involved with the insurrection.
Oh my God.
The other one has they're flying the flag of heaven, the
Oh,
appeal unto
yes,
heaven, this fucking
yes. Oh,
white
fucking-
nationalist flag, and flying the flag. The American flag upside down after Biden gets elected because, America's
was
in crisis. You pigs. You
up. It's
freak.
so fucked
No
up.
offense to pigs. I can't stand it. I can't take it. But
Or baboons.
this Justice Handmaid was interviewed on some, she was in New York and they asked her if we were in a constitutional crisis, and she rolled her eyes, the bitch, and said, "Oh, I don't know what a constitutional crisis would look like." Well, then maybe you're not fit to be on the bench, bitch, because it looks
Bitch.
like you and Uncle Clarence and
That's right.
Alito
What
and
is up with
Gorsuch.
that, though?
Yeah.
Clarence
What?
Thomas is like, yes, go ahead and racially profile everyone. Doesn't apply to
Because he
me.
hates himself. It's like, these people need to
Oh,
be,
man.
they need to have psychiatry. They need to get help. They hate themselves. They fucking hate themselves. Like, Stephen Miller, the Nazi Jew, and others.
I don't. Yeah,
they're
none
just-
of this makes sense, right?
It's incredible.
None of it
Yeah.
makes-
They're
Well,
mental.
Yeah, Errol wants us to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Errol, I don't understand anyone supporting Trump, but I really don't understand any minority group supporting
Oh,
Trump. And
I
we've
don't know.
talked about this over and over and over again. He hates them all.
What about gay
I-
people?
I-
yeah, and trans
And gay
people.
people.
Oh
Right.
my God.
Basically,
There's been-
basically
yeah. Mm-hmm.
if you're not white male Republican Christian, you are hated in this country. Your body is being attacked. Your rights are being attacked. Your very existence is being questioned. And they're figuring out different ways to get rid of all of us. That's where we are. They're the ones who are worried about the great replacement. Bullshit. Sorry, your whiteness isn't the dominant species on the planet anymore, tiny, fragile, little, delicate
Yes,
snowflakes.
right.
But this is what the world is. And if you can't get along with your fellow human beings like you profess to believe in your Bible, get the fuck out. Go live in a cave. Go be a hermit. We are supposed to be a society that takes care of each other.
Yeah.
And that is proven, as you said, the poorly run red states are learning a little socialism.
Uh-huh. Oh, they want
every
socialism
single day.
now, as always. They always want socialism.
Every day.
When the
Every day.
consequences of their
That's right.
policies come home to
Correct.
roost in failure, which they always do, and I'm sick of it. Sure, we'll help you, but let's get some clarity here. It's like allowing, or I don't know, an addict to. It's like enabling an addict without
Right.
confronting them. About how they have harmed society. You know what I mean? Like get a grip. Can you look at yourselves and understand that you voted for these policies, and
That's
now
right.
here you go again? These are the same
And you
people.
own them now.
Yes,
You own everything that happens.
Exactly. I have no sympathy for these Arkansas what do you call it, farmers who are crying about now they're losing their farms, and it does. I feel bad for them, but hey, thoughts and
sorry
prayers.
you had to find out.
Thoughts and fucking prayers, because
Right?
you were fine. What about if we went there when Joe Biden was trying to give some relief for student loan debt? I'm sure if we put a microphone in front of their faces, they'd be like, "Oh no, blah, blah, blah. No one told them to go to college. No one told them to take a loan. This is all the shit we hear. Why should I have to pay for their loans? Because you live in a fucking country, and we are supposed to invest in each other, not turn
right.
people into indentured servants to banks."
That's right.
So I don't know what's going on with my camera, but it keeps bugging out. But anyway, I'm aware of it. There's nothing I can do, so hopefully it won't bug out.
We're all good. It's now what I want is I want the media to go extra hard on this. I want them to be relentless with Trump. I want them to go after him on this story the way they went after Biden relentlessly about his health and when are you going to step down and are you going to resign and all of this. What I want to talk about also after the U.S. Open, which Donald Trump forced himself upon the U.S. Open like a typical
always.
predator.
Yeah.
Because he has a grudge against New York, because he knows people in New York hate him, so he caused backup, and it took him forever people to get in forever. And then, like an ingrate, he fucking fell asleep and then left before the thing was over.
He just had to make it a big catastrophe, He had to shut down traffic and all.
Of course. But before he got on the helicopter, there was a press line, and Yamiche Alcindor, who is the last remaining black woman on the press line, and she works for NBC News, and she's an amazing shero, and we should all, take some time today to go thank her on social media. She asked him a question about his upcoming invasion of Illinois because, that's a thing to be doing. She said, "Are you declaring war on the state of Illinois?" And he was like, "You need to be quiet, little darling. You need to listen better. You need to, we're not declaring war. We're cleaning up the streets." And it's just fuck you. We don't need you. Pritzker didn't ask for you. No one needs you there. And you're fomenting war on an American city because you don't want us talking about the Epstein files. You are not.
That's it.
The American government is not supposed to invade America. Mm-hmm. No, that's not it. That is not it. This is some fucking Nazi ass shit. And so, if we're not supposed to be invaded by ourselves, it's up to the media to be like, "Hey, why the fuck are you doing this?" And we're not going to stop asking you why the fuck you're doing this. And he attacks her because, of course, he's been doing that for 10 years. He has created this culture where it's fine for him to attack the media, and his surrogates attack the media in the same exact way. And we saw it today when Tom Subhoman went on Morning Joe, and Mika, to her credit, we know what Mika and Morning Joe did to help Donald Trump and everything like that. And I'm not a fan, but today Mika did her job. And today when Homan was going off, she was like, "Hey, what about this? Crime is down. You don't need this. They don't need this." And he was like, "You used to be really good at your job, and now you're just asking these stupid, insulting questions."
Just stupid because they're true, and you're a fucking fraud.
Done. I'm fucking done. I don't know if he would have spoken to Joe like that if Joe was speaking.
No, it's women. They don't, they got a problem with
women. Specifically black women.
Yeah.
So this is my call to action, because those of us in the independent media have been telling the truth about him forever, and nobody bugs us about it that much except little fake trolls here and there. This is real. This is on the national scale. This is NBC News. There's a real press line, and whoever else is there. From this moment on, the next time he decides to do that and single out anybody in the media, I don't care. It could be Peter Doocy. I don't care who it is. The rest of the people who are standing there on the press line need to stand with the person who's being bullied and say, answer the question. We
Yeah.
want an answer to that question. This is what you said. This is what you're doing. You changed the
They
name
don't.
of the
Yeah.
Department of Defense to the Department of War. She had every right to ask you, are you declaring war? You made a whole big
Right.
show about this war. She
That's
says the word
right.
war to you, and you're like, don't talk to me, little black lady.
Because they're
So,
fucking.
I'm
You know,
done.
if they ran on their policies, we could almost respect them for it. But that's not what they do. They run
No.
on everybody's going to get health care. It's going to be great. Well, they did say they were going to have mass deportations, but only of the worst of the worst, the criminals. Everybody was
Right.
like
They're
nobody has a
lining up at
problem with
schools.
deporting criminals, but kids with cancer and American citizens are not fucking criminals. Of course, and of course, they just are destroying this country. When there's going to be an atoning in this nation that I really believe we're headed
huge.
towards a depression because the jobs reports
without a
and-
doubt,
yeah.
it's all Trump's fault.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all Trump's
Yeah.
fault. Did
Right.
you see this morning? I saw, but I was looking around all of the things. Today was the first day of school for a lot of people around the country, and in Washington D.C. specifically, there was a video of ICE agents standing outside an elementary school,
Oh my god!
waiting to snatch parents. It's so fucking vile what they're doing, and it's almost like maybe they gave them an incentive, like if you round up 25 bodies today,
Yeah,
we'll
they
give you a
do.
gift
That's what they're
certificate
doing.
to a blizzard at DQ. It's disgusting, and again, we don't need the National Guard on our streets. We
No.
have police forces in every city. Crime is down nationally thanks to the Biden administration, including in Washington D.C.
That's right.
And guess what? There is no such thing anywhere on this planet as a utopian paradise where everybody's equally wealthy, everybody lives in the same kind of beautiful house, everybody has a stocked pantry and refrigerator, everybody's equally educated, and everybody is treated fairly. That
That'd
does
be
not
nice.
exist. Where would that be? Because everyone's criticizing these these liberal sanctuary cities,
Well,
and because of crime, because 54 people got shot at some point. Guess
what the hell, man? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
There's,
I just feel-
you're fine. You're
I
fine.
don't know. All right. I just feel like they focus on there it is. They focus on like these numbers that they blow up that are inaccurate and out of context, and see. The
Well,
Senate
that's the other
Judiciary,
thing
Democrats
that
are like,
we have to start promoting too, because sanctuary cities are safer cities. They're not,
That's right.
and that's the other thing and that's why the local police in the sanctuary jurisdictions support this, because it makes us for a safer community and and trust in the police. So that I'm so tired of listening to corporate media. They talk about sanctuary cities because what the Republicans are doing, and they fucking know this. They have the stats too, but they're trying to conflate sanctuary cities as if it's like when you're playing tag. You can hit base. Okay, now I'm safe and no cops can get me. That's absolutely no in the realm of of the fiction. Of course, it's not. That's
Right.
not how it is. It's just that that they're not going to ask you for your papers if you call the police. If you see a crime or a victim of a crime, you can engage with the police without fear that they're going to ask for your papers. That's it.
Right.
But it doesn't
Right.
protect the criminals. It doesn't protect. It doesn't even if if you commit a crime and you're not documented, you can be arrested and deported. That's in a sanctuary city. So that's the sanctuary jurisdictions are, and this is what the Democrats need to get out there and unapologetically, because I don't hear them saying this. I know
No.
this, but why don't they? Why don't the people know this? Because they just disparage sanctuary cities, but sanctuary cities are safer cities. That's why
correct.
fucking red states are not just poorly run, but well, to add to the poorly run, they are not safe as
No, they have
as
way higher
sanctuary
crime rates.
cities. Mm-hmm.
They
are.
higher crime rate, lower education rate. Weird
That's
coincidence.
right. Yeah,
Weird,
and
right?
living wages, all of the positive measures that make a community less safe. More safe. They don't have, of course,
No.
because
Yeah,
they're
they want to
morons.
remove that
Yes.
so they can say this is, like Trump was saying, Trump has never been to Portland where I live. He has never been to Portland, Oregon. I don't think in his entire life, which is why he sent Tom Homan here undercover. Tom Homan slunk as my Senator Ron Wyden told us. He actually told us after we got off the show.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
I'm gonna do a quick impression of Ron Wyden. Ron Wyden, he was great, right? And he stayed with us a little bit longer. He stayed with us to the end of the show, and he stayed with us even after we signed off. And the second we were off the air, you guys, he goes like this: "Did you guys hear what happened?" He was so excited.
Like, well, you had just been informed, yeah.
Like spilling tea with his girlfriends, and we were like, "No, what happened?" He goes, "Tom Homan snuck into Portland, and he didn't tell anybody, and he left me a note somewhere." I still don't. We have to find out.
Funny because they told that. I mean, his staff had texted him that Tom Homan left you a note. So
which is, I want to know what was in the note. We're trying to get Ron back on the podcast as soon as we can. He's killing it. He is killing it, by the way. The New York Times wrote a great article about how he has been following the money as the ranking Democratic member of the Senate Finance Committee. And your reminder, the U.S. Treasury has its own set of Epstein files. We learned that from my Senator Ron Wyden, and that has not hit the mainstream, which is weird. Weird that the mainstream media hasn't picked up on that one. And the clip that I keep circulating that you made from the very beginning of our interview with him, where he's like, "There are Epstein henchmen still walking around free who can be subpoenaed to testify." And we're like, what? So I had not heard that from the mainstream media and still have not.
Well, that's why they're holding on to the Epstein files. So because these people are in there, and
and so it's great that we know where the truth is, and the truth is always with the Democrats. The Democrats are going to hold our own accountable if we have to, and we're going to hold everyone else accountable when we have to, and that's the Democratic way. So again, you find me something about Bill Clinton in there that's just as bad as Trump, I will say that's bad.
Yeah,
I will say that. I will hold you accountable, Michael Avenatti. I will hold you accountable, John Edwards. Hey, thank you, John, for the super duper super chat.
Thank you, John.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for
all
appreciate
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being the bestest moderator, Jim, and thank you everybody for being here. We love you so much. Don't forget about my book, The Sound of Settling, a rock and roll love story, which you can get at TaraDublinRocks.com. Yesterday was my 2-year anniversary, by the way, of self-publishing this thing. And so it'd be great if people would buy it and if I would get an agent already. But that's a story for another time. So here we are. Okay, in the last few minutes, call to action. Any American citizen can call any member of Congress. If you were in a blue state, there are Republican representatives in your state. There are red states around your blue state. Call them. Call all of them, because your neighboring red states that your blue state is taking care of, you have a reason to contact those people and say, hey, we have this new information. Be great if you would hold Trump accountable. In your way. Just do it in your way. I saw a really great Instagram video this morning, and I forgot what the account was. I think it's a flare.us. I think it was that one on Instagram. There are these two gentlemen walking around all of the offices on Capitol Hill, just providing information. And they're saying, hi, we're just here to drop off this piece of paper that connects Trump and Epstein raping little girls together. And we have this.
Wow.
Okay, thank you. And thank you so much. And then they leave. And it's a very calm, non-confrontational, not in your face, because you put them on the defensive, they're going to act defensive. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Bald Thanos, you can absolutely get my book on a Kindle right now at TaraDublinRocks.com. You can download it. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it would be free. Thank you so much. So I would posit we can model what those two gentlemen did and calmly call Republican members of Congress and say, here is the information. This is true. We expect you to hold Trump accountable. I left the most calm voicemail for James Comer today. Very calm. This is what you did. This is what Democrats did. This is what we learned. This is what we know. This is what you're doing. This is bad. Please don't do it anymore. I did it, in a bigger way, but I did not use any of my New Jersey words. I did not say the F word. I did say pedo. I did say pedophile. I did use that, and I did say rapist. But I said all of the world thinks that the Republican Party is covering up for a rapist pedophile because you are. This man is going to take you down with him. This is your legacy. This is your life. This is your career. This is your family that you have to go home to every day and say, today I helped a rapist pedophile stay out of jail. That's what you're doing. I just want you to know that. Do that. I mean, be real calm. If you don't yell at them, it makes them listen to you a lot more. People tune you out when you start yelling. They don't like it. So that's and I mean I'm as guilty of raising my voice. Hey, Carol says she loves my book. Thank you so much, Carol. That makes me very happy. Nothing makes me happier, honestly, than people telling me they love my book, because I made it up with this and something that happened in my life. So anyway, here's something. I don't see you engaging a lot on social.
Who, me?
That's not really like you. I don't see you doing
engaging?
it.
I
don't see you do. I mean, I see you.
What am I supposed to do? What do you mean?
Well, because I'm just curious, like
engaging how? With whom?
With any?
What are you talking about?
With any? When you're on Twitter, like I see you retweeting
Twitter.
stuff, and I know, I see you retweeting. Like Blue Sky's totally different. That's our people. That's preaching to the choir. There's no reason to be on there going, he's in the Epstein files. Everyone on Blue Sky's like, yeah, we know. But on Twitter, it's different. But I see you sharing people's stuff, and I see you retweeting.
Sometimes,
sometimes. I mean, you're not regularly there.
I'm not.
You're busy.
I'm sorry. I got shit to do.
Does anyone troll you though? Do you have that experience?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I don't. I try not to engage with them because it's pointless. See, sometimes I will find myself. I could go down there the whole fucking day and like waste my day arguing with these people, but there's no point to it. So sometimes I'll just be writing something to them and I'll stop myself and say, I have fucking other shit to do. I cannot deal with this. These people are a lost cause, and I would rather spend my time talking to people who aren't a lost cause, really. I mean, maggots are, they're I don't know. I used to engage with them more. I just don't. I have more things I got to do. This is better, I believe, what we're doing. Like engaging, because they're not gonna. What the fuck they want you to be upset? They want you to. Yeah, but I mean that's the only reason. Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, Twitter is a cesspool, and it is really nothing but a safe space for Nazis now. It's like a lost cause. So
yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that forever, though. I mean, I think it's going to, everything's. One day, Mark Cuban's going to buy it. Is my hope. Thank you.
I don't know. I hope you're right.
Lady Cab Driver has my book. Thank you, Lady Cab Driver. I appreciate you. And what I've been doing lately, is taking everything I tweet about the Epstein files triggers all of the fake accounts, and I don't respond to fake accounts. I spend my time.
Sometimes you don't know. I mean, you think you can really hone in. You can't.
I always know.
Not always. I don't know.
I do.
How are you gonna know?
I do.
They're very sophisticated now.
No, they're really not. They're really not.
All
like
of them, but
I can tell.
Okay.
I can tell.
So you say.
I promise you. And this is I offered this to the sparklers yesterday in Hal's chat. I will offer this again to everybody in today's chat. Again, thank you for being here. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials and sign up for our Substacks. And if you can afford a paid subscription, we would both totally appreciate that. If you still are on Twitter, as I am, because I don't let Nazis run me out of anywhere. If you're still on Twitter, you're getting trolled, and you don't know if the person that you're being trolled by is real, don't respond. Just block them. If you're not sure, block. However, feel free to tag me and be like, is this person real? And I will say, come on now. That person doesn't even have an avatar. The account's from June 2008. They're following 24 people, and their entire account is retweets of Tim Pool. That's going to be fake. It gets a little hinkier when they have the blue check and they have like 1.4K followers. Those are also fake because they're all following each other. Someday, maybe we'll.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's hard to
thank you,
tell
Dana.
Now because
$1.99. Thank you. So, it's harder to tell, which is why I'm offering my services to all of you. If you encounter one and you're just not sure, come to me. I will help you. But again, they are designed to waste your time. It is a choice. And I would say that if you're going to be on there and you're going to be engaged in the truth telling that we engage, do it with the members of Congress. Because even a MAGA person on Twitter who has 32,000 followers, they're not writing laws. They're not implementing what happens to the nation. They're just fucking wasting your time. Go after, a Clay Higgins. Go after Mark Wayne Mullen. Go after like the worst of the worst MAGA sycophants who are in Congress. But again, I'll be here to help you if you want to know if something's fake, because I don't want you wasting your time. All right? Haha. Thanks, Bald Thanos. Don't do it to fuck with me. Do it to because you want to know for real. But anyway,
All right.
we're here for you. We're here for you.
All
We'll
right.
be back on Thursday with our friend Sherry Jacobus.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. You gotta
Yes.
promo
Sherry will be
Sherry.
here with us. And otherwise, go out there and fight for democracy and keep telling the truth. Whether people want to believe it or not, it still matters.
Yes, and if you can become
you,
a paid subscriber to our
please,
Substacks.
please.
That's where I'm going to stay on
Yes,
Substack.
Substack is the place to be. It's where all the
yeah.
smart kids are. Jim, I really hope you're not fake, because if you are, we have been doing a lot
Jim
of things.
is not fake.
He's like, am I fake? No, you're the realist.
No,
you're a real
no.
one. You're a real one, Jim, in
he's
all the
the real
meanings
deal.
of the word.
He's a
We love you.
pal.
We love
a
you and a-
pal and an enigma. That's Jim.
You're
All
a
right.
pal and a confidant.
All right, my
Thank you for
friends.
being a friend.
I love you.
We'll see you on Thursday.